It's a farm where students and adults alike can go to build their skills and find their purpose. We're here with the founder and executive director for ARK Farms, Abby Mauwong. And Abby, let's start with you being the founder, the executive director. You have a personal storyline to ARK Farms. So tell us where ARK Farms is and give us a little bit of that history.
So ARK Farms is on the north end of Memphis, where Bartlett, Raleigh, Millington all kind of touch. So we're about 2.2 miles north of Methodist North Hospital off of Austin P. And we started the farm because we found that it has a really restorative power for people who've been through traumatic life events. And we walked through that first. So
let's say you and your husband both have been through some pretty traumatic events.
Sure. When the doctor says you've got 3 weeks to live and if you survive surgery, you'll never walk or talk again, that's when everything really hits the fan and the family just goes, okay, where we go from here. And I did survive surgery, and then 2 years later, after my husband had a similar event, physically and medically, our kids really needed restoration and hope, and our family did. And so really, we were the first beneficiaries of the farm. So we founded the farm, but the people that it restored first was us. And so that's really helpful. But people would come out to the farm and say, oh my gosh, this is incredible. You know who needs to come to the farm? My cousin Joe needs to come to the farm. So hence the website cometothefarm.org. But we found that there's a lot of restorative care and caring for the animals on the land and taking care of materials and being able to just repurpose ourselves as a part of restoring our own life.
And you have rescue animals out there.
Every animal at the farm is a rescue unless they were born at the farm. We have horses, donkeys, chickens, ducks, cats, turkeys, sheep, and bees.
And so talk about, you have obviously set programs where students can come, and during the summer, after school, you have adults. I mean, you have something for everyone to plug in, and it's skill building, it's purpose finding, it's restorative, it's healthy. I mean, talk about the programs.
So our programs are really designed by our Youth Advisory Corps. We are entirely youth-led. We used to work with mostly adults and then entirely exploited populations. And we still do work with some of those groups. We work with Restore Corps and we work with human trafficking survivors. We work with refugees and current and formerly homeless. But we found that people in the community also need the same things. They also need to be able to come out to a place where there are no expectations, there's no judgment. And so we put together a youth advisory panel of 11 to 17-year-olds, and they are the ones who drive all the programs at the farm. And they said to us, these are the things that we need. We need a place to do things we can't do anywhere else. We need a place where we can live without regrets. And I said, what does that mean? And they said, we need to be able to make a choice and they go, oh, I didn't mean it. I want to do something else. And so they literally drive all of the functions of the farm. So some of the programs you asked about were the summer programs. Youth internships happen during the summer. It's a 40-hour program where they get all of their community service hours they need for the year. But they also learn how to do everything from welding and driving a tractor to building a chicken coop and pulling fence wire. They also learn soft skills like working with people who are different than you. And the most exciting thing we do is we teach them how to see. Teaching a kid how to see, and an adult too, means I'll say, can you see? And they'll say, yes, I can see. And I'll say, all right, what do you see? And they'll look around and say, that trough needs to be filled, and it looks like that horse is limping, and these chickens keep getting out. We need to fix that hole in the coop. And so instead of us saying, this is what you're going to do today, this is what we're going to teach you, they're purpose driven. They decide what needs to happen. And if you ask any one of these kids, whose farm is this? They'll say, this is our farm.
Wow. So that's like a life lesson right there, is what do you see for especially a child, and let them kind of imagine and then create their own adventure. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, you've said it before, is the fact that these kids are out there, they don't really have the chance necessarily to drive like a backhoe, but yet you're allowing them to get on a tractor and you're allowing them to go do things that they wouldn't normally have exposure to until maybe way later in life, but they're doing it at an early age where they really can dive in and have fun, but also too, these are skill building opportunities for them.
They really are, and they're also an opportunity for them to use their seek and find that they don't get anymore. You know, kids live a lot like this, and we feel like we need to entertain kids with electronics and games and sitting behind a screen, and there's nothing wrong with that as a supplement, but they really need to go out into the woods and make their own trail and build their own fort, But in this, they're doing that because it's saving the life of an animal. And as they restore animals that have their own stories, they're also working to restore life for themselves.
So how do we help? I know that there's opportunities obviously to come out and to see it. That's the first thing, is just come and see and be a part of it. But how do we help? How does the public help you?
So one thing that we're doing right now is that the kids have decided that they want to collaborate with Memphis. We are the unknown asset that Memphis doesn't realize is there, but we're working to empower this generation. So what we would like to do is invite the community to come out, businesses to come and adopt a component of the farm, whether it's helping us to get electricity to the barn so that we don't have to break ice all winter long, or if it's helping us get plumbing, or just come out and put your shoulder to the plow. Let these kids share with you the principles that they've learned, and you can speak back into their life and say, oh, wow, I think that you'd be great at fill in the blank. Encourage them, be a part of our programs. So we are inviting corporations, businesses, local individuals who want to get involved to come and be both trained by our young people and also share some of their adult expertise, and we'll really cross-pollinate, and that's how we continue to perpetuate that ecosystem model of we all matter here.
So tell us again the website, where to go, where do we go to plug in and to make a reservation to come out there?
That's right. So it is really important that you go to the website, cometothefarm.org, because that's what we all want to do, come to the farm, right? So cometothefarm.org, you can sign up to be a volunteer. You can sign up to make inquiries about becoming a corporate sponsor and adopting a program out there. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And so we just really invite the community to come and be part of everything that we have going on there.
Well, Abby, I greatly appreciate you coming on the show and sharing all the good you're doing. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and happy holidays.